An MMA Hall of Famer and current vice mayor of Huntington Beach, Tito Ortiz, has now been in public office for 6 months. It's weird because it feels like 6 years. If you're somehow not in the know, Tito had decided to run for HB City Council after feeling compelled during the summer protest to, quote, make Huntington Beach safe again. I respect it. It's his hometown, right? You want to make your hometown better. But remember that tagline, make Huntington Beach safe again. It's going to come back a little bit later on. So he set a record by getting more votes than anybody in city history. He absolutely ragdolled our very own Silk Bra and 12 other candidates on his way to victory. I mean, he choked every last one of them out. It was bad. Here is part of his extremely humble and gracious election night speech.
That's how Huntington Beach steps up! Woo! One, baby, number one! I expect no less. Wanna why? Because Huntington Beach loves me, baby. And I've worked hard. I've lived the American dream. I want to give the American dream to every person here in Huntington Beach. Yes, sir, that's how we do. We call this winning. Winning!
Yes, sir. That's a pro right there. Check the humility, the modesty, the gratitude, the appreciation. Winning? So after he wins, he is sworn in to become the vice mayor of HB. That went pretty well.
Do I solemnly swear? I do solemnly affirm. Discharge the duties.
So a couple of weeks after he put the English language into a rear naked choke and got the language to tap, he was then booted from his first city council meeting for refusing to wear a mask. Now, this was in the winter when the second wave hit and cases were peaking once again. Tito attended the meeting remotely, and he put his colleague, the esteemed mayor, who happens to be his boss, Kim Carr, on blast for not letting him in.
Well, we have our first workshop here for Huntington Beach City Council, and we're doing it at Huntington Beach Library. I go in for the meeting, and Kim Carr says I can't come in without a mask. Now I got to do it from Zoom. Great way to start the new year off. Embarrassing.
He called that embarrassing. You're like, I'm better than you. You know who the hell I am? That was the only thing missing right there. You know who the hell I am? I know you all are wearing masks, not me. Why? You know who the hell I am. Way to keep that in house, T. So he's off to a great start. Then he goes down to a local burger joint and decides to wage a public war on them after they refuse to let him in without a mask. Tito Ortiz, who is an elected official who is supposed to be representing the people and small businesses of HB, said this on Instagram about a mom-and-pop burger spot called TK's.
So every Sunday I always come to TK Burger. So they won't let me order unless I have a mask to come in. First time all year that I've actually been forced to wear a mask. But I'm not wearing a mask. TK Burger, lose my business, you lose HB's business. Suck.
So now he's getting TK Burger, which, by the way, is great. We know it. We love it. He's trying to get TK Burger to tap, too. And then hits him with a TK Burger, man. I'm ripping my business and HB's business. You suck.
Lose my business, you lose HB's business. Suck.
Exactly what a local business needs in a pandemic. A super famous guy and a politician, a public official, starting a boycott against them when business is just brutal during a pandemic. So at this point, local and national news publications are starting to notice there's a big, bald train wreck in HB. And all the unwanted attention that the city council was getting prompted an emergency meeting where the other members of the government floated the very public idea of stripping Tito of his vice mayor status and plan to have a vote on it. He promised to chill out, and they took his bald head off the chopping block. Then, earlier this month, Tito was caught filing for unemployment insurance, allegedly, despite the fact that he's gainfully and publicly employed by John Q. taxpayer in his hometown of HB. They got a word for that. Fraud. And the case remains open. I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Daily Mail reported 8 days ago that the FBI visited his house to ask some questions. If that's true, never a good thing when the feds come knocking. That was 8 days ago. 8 days is a lifetime for Tito not to insert himself back into the news, which he finally did yesterday by using his kids as political theater. Here is KCal9 with the report.
Tito Ortiz is a well-known anti-masker here in Huntington Beach. Well, now his young sons are stuck in the middle. This is Instagram video of Tito Ortiz's girlfriend, Amber Miller, as she's bringing Ortiz's 2 sons to school.
All right, we're headed up to the school. The boys are not going to be wearing their masks today.
Miller posted that about a half hour later, the principal called her to pick up the boys because they refused to wear masks.
This is incredible, right? My man seems hell-bent on waging war against his own city, a city he loves and that he says loves him back. And now it's family business because the girlfriend's involved, the kids are involved, the 2 sons were instructed not to wear their masks. The school principal said, you need to wear your masks. Yeah, well, dad said we don't have to and we're not supposed to. And then the principal was like, you got to go home. You heard that in the clip. The principal sent them home. This is a thread, a thing. Tito thinks that he can do something and then finds out that he can't and then gets kicked out. It keeps happening. It happened at the first city council meeting. It happened at TK Burgers, and now it just happened to his kids at school. Remember, this is a guy who said this in November on election night.
Huntington Beach loves me, baby.
HB loves me. HB loves me, baby. HB has kicked you and your fam out of city council meetings, out of restaurants, and now out of school. And they tried to rip your vice mayor status 3 months in. Bro, I'm not so sure HB loves you anymore. And then after the kids got the boot, his girlfriend went straight to social. And, you know, she's running his playbook, right?
The mental health of your children is so much more important than following these guidelines.
Huh? Mental health. Mental health is really important. Mental health is something we need to talk about. But are the guidelines contributing to compromised mental health? Huh? Tito, what says you?
In video posted Monday, Ortiz, the former MMA fighter and current mayor pro tem of Huntington Beach, rallied anti-maskers with this message about complying with masking rules.
Anytime you possibly can, take that mask off during class.
Yeah, those rules, you know how rules apply to everybody? Not us, they don't. A rule is a rule unless I don't like that rule, and then I don't give a damn, and it doesn't apply to me. And again, this is not just some rando, right? Some rando saying, make me. You want my mask? You come and get it. No, this is the vice mayor. Everybody is trying to get back to school safely, man. If you've got parents and they've been at home, man, it's a pain in the ass. This is not easy. We want them back in school. They want to be back in school. Parents want it. Kids want it. Teachers want it. Tito, you ain't helping, man. Honestly. For the billionth time, this is the freaking vice mayor, and he continues to wage war on his own city, man. It is so weird and bizarre.
Miller says the principal told her the school will set up remote learning so Ortiz's sons won't fall behind. School board members told us whether you're a former MMA fighter or current city councilman, you don't get preferential treatment.
Celebrity does not exempt you from following the rules. That's really what it's about.
Remember when I told you that he ran on the slogan, make Huntington Beach safe again? Pretty hilarious when he's in the streets rallying anti-maskers in a pandemic and telling them to take off the mask in classrooms whenever they can. Even more hilarious when, well, frankly, he's using his kids as political props, only to get them kicked out an hour later. My man, if you really want to make HB safe again, you'd quit. Honestly. but he won't. And since he is Tito, I'm sure he'll be back in the news next week. Dude, I'm not going out of my way to find these things, Tito. Like, I'd rather not, honestly. I'd rather not, but it's on the news. You're in the news. You're on TV. You're on the front page of the newspaper. You're a former sports great. Like, you won't let me not talk about you. I'm trying hard not to. I don't get off on this. This isn't making my show better. It's news. I have to cover the news. If you stop making news, I'll stop talking about it. Believe me, I don't rush to the newspaper every day. Hey, where's Tito? I'm going to do a Google search on Tito. No, but I don't need to because it's front and center, man. It's on the front page. You have major TV stations from LA coming down to cover it. Come on, man. Stop waging war on your own town and committing unemployment fraud, allegedly.
Suck.
And stop telling TK Burger you suck when you know they don't, dude. You know they don't. They're awesome. A small business trying to hang on and make it and give the people what they want. Awesome hamburgers. Come on, man.